What is up, everyone? I'm going to be showing you a Rek'sai jungle video, and I'm going to be playing on my Emerald account because it's 5 a.m. and it's not good for solo queue. But I think it's a good for you guys to see how to win on Rek'sai jungle in the average ELO point. So this game, my team's invading level 1. I don't really distract myself with what's going on with them. I just focus on what I need to be doing. And dropping my ward here to guarantee the shield to stop the bell from entering is really important. Sometimes you can actually use your Q to auto attack reset to kill the ward. But anyways, Rek'sai really broken jungler. Just because you're not winning on Rek'sai doesn't mean she's not good. She's very extremely unique in her way, so you have to be a little understanding on how to play her. So for build, Stridebreaker or Titanic into Cleaver are both fine. I prefer Stridebreaker. I recommend you to go Stridebreaker as well. For pathing, always do Red Krugs Raptors into something level 3, right? It doesn't have to be a gank. There's a lot of ways to utilize your power on Rek'sai level 3 without forcing ganks. Sometimes you can just get vision in other jungler. Sometimes you can just, invade and do other things. But just be aggressive level 1 is what I want to teach you. Here I got a pretty good leash, so I'm gonna be okay with just saving smite here. Usually you'll smite though. Even if you have to solo, if you're gonna solo, always solo red as well. So here I'm gonna start Q and then just start beating down the Krugs. So what's important is to understand Rek'Sai is extremely good at ganking at the level 3 point, but you just have to think about what ganks are good, right? So here, if this guy plays super aggressive, I could maybe go for a gank over the wall, but looks like he is already warding, plus they have another ward here. So I'm gonna be cautious about that. I'm gonna assume that it's not really gankable. And here, sometimes you can do a reverse gank and go behind bot lane, but this bot lane is really high priority. And again, we're not going to do that. So this game, what you do is you go towards your blue side. You could full clear if you want to, but you don't have to full clear. And there, the Lucian flashing was actually quite good. Zeroni still has TP, and I think Lucian jump is a very long cooldown. Something that we can easily capitalize on. This guy TP's back. We can actually kill here. So here I'm tracking the sonar just to see what he's doing. And here we're just going to go in and just get the kill here. You're probably like, Inori, I'm not going to get gifted such an easy kill like that. Well, you actually will, because laners are idiots, and you will always be able to get kills like that. And after a kill like that, you just go straight to farm, right? And why is that a good kill? Well, because Lucian just straight up used summoners. And as he was kind of trying to push the wave desperately, he did show that he uses mobility, right? So when you're ganking lane, it's really important to understand his flashes and mobility spells. And sometimes you can just straight up brute force like a gank like that, where you can just flash on them, one-shot them. Sometimes you need your laner to have some CC, right? So that's just important things to keep in mind. So Bell, we see her bot side. So Belbit, you do want to be aware of the jungler. You don't want to let the other jungler scare you too much from, doing too many plays. Belbit is just like a relatively easy matchup for Rek'Sai early game. You just don't want her to get snowballing, and that's where things can become a problem, right? So here I have 1100. I have enough that I want to base. You can either go into Phage. So if you're going into Triforce or Stridebreaker, I personally actually like the Phage vibe. I think the Phage vibe is actually really good. So I think it's perfectly fine to just go into Phage vibe. If you have enough to team at, you can go into team at too, but I actually really like Phage for early game because the stats are really good. HP and the movement speed you get for auto attacking can help a lot to catch up to people. So here I go straight bot side, because bot side is respawning. 420 is always going to be the respawn timer of your second camp after you do at red buffs. So if my bot side respawn, what does that mean for Belvet? Well, we saw her bot side on the crab, so that means her top side is respawning, because that means that's where she started. She always started on the opposite side you finish, so that's just good information for us. So here's where I could potentially gank, but because I got plant revealed, it's actually a free kill on this guy. We can actually do something bot side after this, so I'm waiting for his dash or if anything. So what do we have to do here? We have to think about Belbit, but because Belbit based off our calculations, is top side. We could look for a potential play here. Now it's a bit tricky. He does ignite, but he has no flash. Oh, I actually died the last tick. I was hoping to get on them without having to, you know, through the vision gap, but that was a greedy. Aurelion Soul didn't use any CC, so it's just difficult. Anyways, now that grubs are up, I think Rek'Sai extremely good at fighting for grubs. You do want to play for grubs. That's a really big thing that you do want to play towards, especially because I'm strong right now too. Lucian getting priority mid is a problem, so if he gets priority mid, I have to be worried about that. So here I could just kill Volibear after this, or if he dies anyways, that's fine. So here what we're gonna do is actually look for Velvet. So here we see her, she has no way to jump over, so we just have to auto her down. That's a free kill, right? It's always all you can eat buffet on the Void Grubs. There you see how I unburrow first, because what I want is to just get vision to see what I'm walking into, right? Because Rek'Sai is blind. Sometimes you can always unburrow to kind of see what's going on, which it's fine for you to do that, so don't worry. And that's an example of what I just exactly did. So here I have a few options. You can do topside camps, because I haven't farmed them yet. Or I could have went straight bot side to play for Crab. But in my opinion, I think I'm too far from that. And early depth timers are really short, plus you get home guards, so they can be instantly there, and just like that, she's there. So what I'm going to do is just these two camps, maybe a red, and then play really aggressive. I personally think Lucian is really easy to kill, and that's something I want to capitalize on. Whether he plays aggressive on this wave, here I just juke everything. We're just gonna go for the kill on her. Remember, just do the comboing as much as possible. Hit the Q from far away. Beautiful, a beautiful execution. We love to see that. Doing dragon here, not my cup of tea, because it's slow and we talk about death timers are really short, and my bot lane is not really in a position to help me. So what we do is we just farm our bot side. We'd be happy that that play is just cash money, right? Like, we're just economy wise, we're good. And plus I use my R. And like I say on Rek'Sai, you're really about your R. The two tools you need to remember is your R and flash. If my R is down, these plays are just difficult and risky. If my flash is down, then it's even more dangerous for me to go for these sort of plays, right? So you have to think about this. But now, because, well, Bell shows topside, this opens up that I don't think anyone will walk into this dragon, right? If they have vision, they can come here, but I don't think any of the laners are going to walk in and check dragon. So I feel safe here. And on top of that, I can always take my own tunnel that I already planted there to go. So that is why I feel pretty okay with this. Here we see Lucian finally coming to check, but at this point, it's most likely going to die. We kill it, we take the tunnel, level up our Q. Now we just kind of chase, because Lucian is a kill if he walks up on this wave. But if he doesn't, then he's not. So here I'm going to just base. They see me, because once the minion reaches here, it's actually revealing me. And I know that, but I just want to get my base off because we have Stridebreaker, and this is extremely broken base. So the first item, Stridebreaker, it's so good for the gank potential. Like, its activation is... like, Titanic gives you more damage, but it's not about damage on Rek'Sai. And I think you'll have a lot more success on her if you think about Stridebreaker being that CC and that utility. Here, Lucian is obviously a really just not smart. With Stridebreaker movement speed, I don't have to, like I don't have to do anything. Like, I don't have to ulti, I don't have to flash. Because at any point, I want this Lucian flash because I can just R, right? And that's a free kill. If you get on top of these early champions with a buy, like Stridebreaker, I mean, they're just dead, right? There's just no hope for them. So here, I'm going to finish off the top side camps. I'm always scanning lanes to see if there's any, like, dive possible. Because grubs are, like, 30 seconds, I'm going to do probably just this Gromp, and then we're going to play for grubs. So I'm going to save my smites. I'm going to kill this camp, and then we're going to play around Void Grubs. Because mid is, like, dominating, it's really important to always kind of win these sort of easy matchups, right? Because Rek'Sai, you really need mid to win. You could win without it, but it's also just extreme rough. So here you can always tunnel like this. This is a really free tunnel angle. So here I wait for his knock up to wear out. Buffer the R. And I just do as much damage as possible. And I'm not going to do anything here where I'm going to like take plates or anything. Because void rubs are up. So my goal is to either, you know, do the grubs or try to stop this Lucian from getting so many plates for free. That's also something I could be doing. But because the grubs are up, I might as well just do the grubs and then after I can help mid. And that's a very simple, this is a very standard way of me playing. Like once you get R, and you have Stride Breaker and Flash, like you're so strong. You have to be really, like this is a strong point of you. Like early game, you shouldn't really be going for too many ganks. It's actually more about just a couple plays here and there. And just play for that level 6. Your level 6 is extremely good on Rek'Sai. And that's the big thing you end up playing for. Is actually that level 6. So here I think Bell, a bit greedy, taking my Crux. You might be going for Crab. And yeah, you just gotta punish greedy people. Crab is down, so if Crab is down, what I'm gonna do here is actually invade. And we're gonna check her camp. So I'm gonna check Gromp. Gromp is up, so we're gonna do Gromp and maybe even take her blue. When you're in this situation though, you might have to watch out for champs. Damn, I actually got stunned over the wall by Brand. You gotta be watch out for some champions, but there I think I could have done better if I just took the tunnel. I did dash in kind of crazy. Don't blame me, I'm just ambitious. I'm aggressive. That's just how I live. And here you decide on boots. Armor boots look really good. So I'm probably gonna end up going armor boots. And then Ruby longsword. So the order when you go into Cleaver, it doesn't really matter. Just go whichever one page. Warhammer. Important things to remember though is this starts to become the point where you're not AFK farming as much. Starts to become the point where you're going to be fighting more. So here, because I have everything up, we just start to go crazy, and this is where we just really go crazy here. I could R her and kill. I'm just waiting to see if I need to. Remember, it's a lot of it. You have 5 seconds when you hit someone to decide if you want to ulti or not. So that's a big thing. These two are killed pretty much free. So what I want to do is tag someone as much as fast. I just want to kill this Samira. From here, okay, good play. What can we get after, right? Like, it's the questions you ask yourself that are important. So like, I get 2 kills here. What do I do after? Well, Dragon's 30. So I definitely want this Dragon. So I have to decide if I'm going to base now, I should base. If not, then I'm going to just do whatever camps are nearby and just be ready for this Dragon. Because I do want to stack Dragons, right? It's all about the objectives after the kill. Especially when you get to this point around like 12 to 14 minutes. It's more about the objectives than the individual kills you're going to be playing for, right? So what we want to do is really play towards these objectives. So here, Dragon's spawning. So what do I want to be? I want to be first to do anything. I want to be first to potentially kill this Lucian. I want to be first to be on this Dragon, all this kind of stuff, right? And here I'm just going to start it because, well, we have good vision. We have pushing lanes around mid. Ball lane is fighting, but that's something I'm going to deal with maybe after. Let me just kill the Lucian first, and then we just kill bot. Ball lane decided to fight, and, you know, if they decide to fight, you just have to do what you must do. I'm going to kill Bran. I pinged Reliant Soul to make sure. He takes care of Samira. There, obviously, I get off of Dragon because it's an all-in, right? If the people you're seeing, like your laner's all-in, and you feel like you could, you know, actually kill someone there, then yeah, get off Dragon. But if it doesn't look like they're actually all-inning, stay on Dragon. Because you don't want to go off Dragon, on Dragon, go on Dragon again after being off it, because it's really slow, and it's a waste of time. So here I want to make sure my bases are synced well around my item buys. Obviously, I'm having a really generous game here. Perfect bases with Cleaver buy, the perfect Stride Breaker base, but you know, it is what it is. Here I go generally, I mean, a safe item is always Sterix, but you can go into DD. I actually really like Abyssal Mask if you need MR. So if I'm against like an AP sort of like jungle mid combo. Not this game, but I actually like to go AP a lot. So here I'm just going to combo him. Do as much damage as possible. I'm going to wait it out. I want to wait out the mark because this mark is, you see this thing. It's actually heals a lot, so I'll just wait it out. I'm going to R after. Throw a Bully Bear. Oh, he's AP, I guess. Yeah, the mark does actually heal a lot, so I just took a, you know, like a 2-fighter. Sometimes you can always do that if you're against someone who you can't all in like that. What I like to do is I go in once, do my whole combo, and then I go out. And then I wait for the knock-up cycle and my spells once again, and I go in again. That's like the two cycle, right? You can always do that. Don't think you have to all in like right away. If you go in one time, you don't have to like go in. You can always go out, like take your tunnel again, and then wait a bit and then go in. Because you're like a hunter, right? You can hunt them and track them and like stalk them like a mountain lion. So it's like not really like those tankier bruisers, top laners. Sometimes you have to like go in twice to really kill them is what I find. But I'm really ahead right now, so I'm just gonna keep in, you know, pushing out waves, checking camps, being really annoying, really, you know, being sort of like a pest. I think Bully Bear will come catch this wave, and with a Rolling Soul, we should be able to kill him. Actually, just a really easy kill. We have 5 grubs, so it's really easy for us to split too, right? Rek'sai is actually a really good split pusher. I think people underestimate how, you know, good she is at splitting. So you could literally break through towers like potato. If people aren't there to defend, you can shred towers insanely fast. So here we force 2 people to base here. So what I'm going to do is make sure we catch on the second kill on the mid laner. So the game's going really well. What do you do in this situation? Keep picks, right? Picks are really important. A lot of times I win my games because I control the map. I'm not just like, I'm always looking for those isolated targets, those like really greedy plays, like this guy walking in like that, really greedy. We kill him, control jungle, control dark spots. You don't want to be like showing everywhere on the map. You want to be like a mystery on the map where people are just really confused. Think of the solution. What's he doing, you know? I'm gonna let Tryndamere finish it off, right? Because I'm 11 kills. I'm full, right? My stomach, it's full. I've had an all-you-can-eat buffet this game. So I don't really need to take too many kills. If it's a free kill where Tryndamere's like, okay, 1 HP guy, like, go for it, buddy. Here, I might go in. I'm gonna flash in. Go for the double knock-up if I can. Attack her with the R. We can just go in afterwards. Belle is actually not that strong, so I could just kill her too. Very good job. Very good job. And yeah, like my full build generally would be, you know, like a DD, Sterix. I've entertained this item, but I'm not really that big on it. You could go Maw if you want to skip out Sterix altogether, but I think Sterix is just more important in my opinion. Here we're going to slow him with Braum passive. We just want to make sure we dodge grass. Very nicely done. You have like generally 1 free item. DD and Sterix are pretty much like must have. Alright, maybe I played that a bit too crazy. I could have just knocked up. Could have just knocked up. You generally have a free item. You can go GA. You can go Sunder's God. But this game, I mean, I would be fine if you went DD or Sterix in this situation because they're pretty AD heavy. But a safer bet is usually Sterix and then the DD after. But it's flexible. You can go either one. Up to you. And then the last item is more flexible. GA, Thunder Sky. I've seen it. Not bad. It's really up to you. And then, like I said, Abyssal Mass. I think Abyssal Mass is really broken in MR games. I think it's very strong. I'd recommend it. If they had 2 AP, like if this one of these people were AP, I would go Abyssal Mass. I think it's very broken for MR. Better than the Spear Visage because it's cheap and you'd be surprised reducing MR and getting more MR is actually a very OP mechanic. So here I want to make sure we don't let them get, you know, potentially any sort of vision whatsoever. So here I'm going to Stride Breaker, go on him. Stun, auto, one shot. Always pick people on waves because people are really greedy. You're going to see a lot of opportunities where you can just catch people on these waves. And it's super free. Like, a lot of people are asking to die. They want you to kill them. You just got to see the angles where it's happening. Like this Lucian, Nick, yeah. Should Lucian be on this wave? It's very brave of him. Personally, I think we should go through the jungle here and try to catch whoever's over aggressive here. Just the way the movements looks like, I think Lucian might be trying to be here. I think Lucian's here. Just want to entertain him. Kill the Volibear. Very simple, very simple. Now we just do Baron, right? Who can get into this? Who am I worried about? Velvet, right? Velvet's gonna steal. Just have to be aware that if she can get in, I just have to be watching like this area of the map. Varus just needs to damage it, bro. Varus, you're kind of like the DPS. Very simple kill. We're really ahead, so there's not much that we're really scared of, so just keep playing picks, play slow, don't over like crazy force, right? Like I'm obviously god, right? So there's not much. Don't feel like rushed to end the game. All you have to do is get the Baron, base, spend your money, and then just push these waves, right? Go through mid. If you don't know what to do after Baron, just get your team to group mid. That is the easiest and most effective way to win games. Try to base. If you base already, then just go mid. That's it. You will win so many more games. Players, because they're really bad at grouping up, so you just have to use your chance. Whenever you get a chance, just go through mid. So here I actually think we can just one-shot this Samira. Just go, because they're split. It's always just really good to just go. Wait for my Stride Breaker, then I'm going to just go in here. I have Sterix, remember, so I can just bait this all. Very simple, but I hope you guys like this video. Be sure to like, subscribe if you haven't already. Good luck on the game, good luck on the climb, and I'll see you guys in the next video.